So cross the legs and just make sure you are comfortable. I find my ankles are quite hard on the mat. I'm on a hard floor, so if you need something under your ankles, that's fine. So take a really nice deep breath in, drop the shoulders and just place the hands on the knees. And what I want you to do is turn the palms of the hands up so it just opens the chest a little bit. So just do a little bit of mobilisation into the shoulders. So roll the shoulders. Morning, Kate. Morning, Laura. Lovely to see you. So we're going to do half an hour beginners, then I'm going to stop the recording, and then we're going to start with half an hour improvers. So just mobilise a little bit in the neck and back to the shoulders. Okay, hands onto the shoulders and circle into those shoulders. Good. Good to get some nice mobilisation. And then just a little bit of rotation. We'll probably feel quite stiff first thing in the morning. And then drop the shoulders, hands onto the knees, palms up. So open the shoulders, open the chest, and just a little bit of a stretch in the neck, a little circle with the head. And back round. Good. Now just drop the chin down and take your gaze down, and if you can close your eyes for a moment or just look down, and I want you to focus on your breathing. So breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in wide and full. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathing in. Focus on the sounds around you. For me, I can hear the birds talking, tweeting. And I want you to focus inward. So although you can hear sounds around you, I want to focus on your body, your breathing. Focus on your mind. If you close your eyes, focus on your inside of your head, what you can see with your eyes closed. Focus on lengthening the body. Focus on you. Whatever's happened this morning, I want you to really focus on your breath. Just try and breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. If there are other noises, just ignore them and just focus inward. Just don't worry about anything else that's going on around you. Focus on your breath. How it feels within the chest as you breathe in and breathing out. And just breathing in through your nose and for a moment out through your nose. As you breathe in, I want you to take your breath down your throat, your chest, into your belly, open out the belly, and then as you breathe out, Feel the breath coming from the belly to the chest, to the neck. And just feel your body being calm and relaxed. Okay, again, just raise your gaze a bit and roll the shoulders. Just try and release any tension at the back of the shoulders and the neck. And I want you to take a really nice deep breath in, lift the arms up. Now open the chest, feel like your chest is lifting up, breathing in. Feel open, heart up towards the ceiling. Open in the shoulders, breathing in, reach those fingers up. And circle the arms round. And again, I want you to do the same thing, lift the arms up, breathing in. Reach those fingers up. And circle the arms. Okay, just keep circling the arms. Shoulders, sorry. Now stretch the arms forward to get a really nice stretch through the upper back. And bring the hands together and reach the hands forward. Curl through the spine. Let the head drop down. And open the arms wide and hands behind you. Pull the shoulders down and just gently drop the chin down to get that opening in the chest. And now put your fists behind you and look up. And release. Good. Roll the shoulders again. Taking your arm across the body, stretching into the rear deltoid at the back of the shoulder. And just drop the head the other way to the shoulder. Just move the head a little bit. Sorry, dog barking. Hand on that shoulder on the left side for you and circle that elbow. And across the other side. Open out into that shoulder. And drop the head over. Again, just a little bit of mobility. And release and circle that elbow. Good. Good, just releasing that neck. And again, roll the shoulders. Okay, hands together. And I want you to go to the bow and arrow. So pull the elbow back and release. And just start with the mobility being in the chest and the shoulders. And then we can go into an actual twist through the body. And look behind. Now twist through the upper body. Okay, hands to the corner and circle the arm. Good. And other corner. And again, just roll those shoulders. Okay, then come all the way down onto our back. Before I do that, I'm just going to take a sip of water. Make sure you've got water and you've got enough room around you. So bring yourself down onto your back, pillow under the head. Slowly roll yourself down. Good. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Shoulders nice and relaxed, hands down by the hips. So feet flat on the floor. I want your feet a little bit further under the knees And any back issues, take the feet wide and go into a tilt of the pelvis. So you can drop the back down and release. So just keep your support into the feet as you roll through the spine. Good. And really try and press the lower back down in towards the floor. Get that mobility through the spine. So you can take your hands a little bit wider if you want. Okay, release the right leg, and now I've got my left foot down and I'm going to rotate to the right. So I'm pressing the foot down as I twist and rotate the lower back. So I don't want it to be a big, strong movement. Try not to squeeze the glute. I want you to twist as far as you can, but slow, and then gently release. And then change legs, other foot up, lengthen the other leg, and just a gentle rotation in the hip. So it's a really lovely movement in the lower back. It doesn't have to be a big, powerful movement. Try not to squeeze that glute. I struggle with this glute. It takes over. So just try and relax and twist without engaging, so that the back moves without power from the glute. And just get that length into the hip and the lower back. And then knees together, and drop the knees over to your left and just sort of relax there and let that hip press and move forward. So we're getting that stretch into that hip joint as the knee slowly comes further forward to really stretch and release in this lower back. So the quadratus lumborum, which takes over the glute. So try and just release there. And then just gently over to the other side, knees together, get that twist, shoulders nice and relaxed, get that twist through the spine. And again, one more each side. Really focus on the length, the rotation. Side. I'm just massaging my obliques just to try and release and relax in that position. And just be aware of your breathing wide and full. Feel your chest lifting up towards the ceiling, open and wide. Okay, gently back to the centre. And lifting the right leg up. I'm going to hold under the right leg and flex that foot. If you want to, make sure the lower back feels okay and the other leg can go straight. So we're stretching in the hamstring. On your out breath, you're aiming to bring the leg a little bit closer. On your in breath, release. If you can't hold under the thigh, hold onto your trousers. Make sure the lower back is nice and relaxed so that you lengthen the hips away. You breathe out as the leg comes towards you. And breathe in, release. change over to the other side. So any back issues, bend the knee and then lift the leg. And you're getting that stretch all the way the back of the leg. Good. So you can have the other leg straight if you want. Breathing out, leg comes closer. Breathe in, release. Try and keep the hips nice and relaxed. Okay, good. Feet flat on the floor. Just go into a few pelvic tilts. Just see how it feels on the lower back. And then release in the pelvis. Now, making sure you've got enough room behind you to move the arms. I want you to focus on that rib cage being down. The spine is long. So the feet are under the knees. As I said, feet can go wide if there's back issues. But feet under the knees. Lengthen the hips and the pelvis. So thumbs and fingers in alignment. Hands start down by the hips. Little gap under the lower back, but that rib cage is down. Take a nice wide breath in. As you breathe out through your mouth, lifting one arm up over your head. Your focus is on the rib cage, not lifting, not moving, and then slowly come back. So this is more of a challenge. It's not a strong exercise. It's a challenge for the thoracic spine to not lengthen and move as the arm moves. And then I want you to take both. Now I can feel the rib cage lengthening and lifting. So I'm really forcing the upper back down in towards the floor as the arms move. So really concentrate on keeping the rib cage down. Feet flat on the floor. Breathing out, lift the arms. Breathing in as you lower. Keep that neutral lower back. But as the rib cage just lengthens and presses down. Now from there, I want you to lengthen the opposite arm and opposite leg. Breathing out. Now your challenge is the pelvis and the thoracic spine. So the lower back stays in the neutral as the opposite arm, opposite leg moves. Good. You can feel the chest moving and rising. Just really try and resist that movement. And if you find you can't get the arm all the way over, then just stop. If it's too much, I want you to focus more on the working the core than the sort of relax the arm and the leg. I want you to really work on that core staying stabilised before we then move on to the next stage. Okay, both arms now, rib cage down. It's a lot harder to keep the ribs down. Really focus on your breathing. So open up the rib cage, the airways as you breathe in. And breathing out as the arm goes up. I want you to focus on lengthening through the spine. You're going to change the movement and the knee is going to come up. So one knee up, arms over. And try and get the knee just above the hip bone. And with this, the slower you go, the better. Now lengthen the rib cage away for the mobility in the shoulder joints. Okay, taking the arms up and the knee up, we're going to go into some little circles in the knee. So this is just challenging. It's mobilising into the hip joint. I don't want you to move anything else but that knee moving. Everything else is frozen. Breathing out, circle the knee away, breathe in back. Now, I want you to concentrate on I don't want it to be really wide. What I want you to feel like is that femur, the top of the leg, mobilising within that hip joint, and you're trying to get the bone kind of moving around that ball and socket, so that it's more about getting the hip moving, not moving the pelvis. And change direction. So it's getting that synovial, I'm trying to think the word, I'm not sure it's synovial fluid, around the hip joint. Keeping the opposite hip still. That foot down, hips and pelvis in neutral, lengthen through the spine. Take a breath in, engage the core, lift the other knee up to tabletop and hold and circle. Good. Really focus on the hips and the pelvis, staying still. Again, get that hip moving within that hip joint without the hips moving, and the other opposite hip stays absolutely still. Good, so it's more of a challenge. You're really trying to move within that hip joint without the pelvis tipping, and change direction. Last one. Good, knees in towards you and hug the knee in and just stretching that lower back. Good. Left on the left knee, right hand on right knee, and then a nice mobilisation again into that hip joint. Circle the knees and back round the other way. Okay, just gentle rock on the lower back. Rocking from side to side, massage through the spine, and lengthen both legs away, both arms up over your head. Drop the rib cage down, lengthen those fingers, lengthen the toes. Take a really nice deep breath in. Okay, bend the knees, feet together, drop over to the side, and then just resting your head on the lower arm. So again, mobilising into that hip joint, we're just going to move that foot and knee. So a little mobilisation. Did you hear my little click in my hip? So just move the leg in that hip joint, drop down, lengthen through the spine, shoulders nice and relaxed, hand on the hip or hand in front to support you, and you go into that oyster. Keep going, relax in the neck. Sorry, I'm just seeing who's joined us. So keep going. I'm trying to see the names. Morning, Michelle, and morning, Tamsin. Okay, keep going. So oyster. So we're just doing half an hour beginners, and then I'm going to stop the recording and we're going to start and then go into half an hour for improvers. So a little bit of faster paced on the next part. Pace, not paced, on the next one. Okay, keep going. And 5 and 4, squeeze that glute. 3 and 2. Now 1, lift, hold and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Arms out in front of you, shoulders down, and you're going to lengthen the hand. Bring the elbow back as the knees stay still in front. And release. 2 more. Stretch, open out into chest. And again. Good. Okay, rolling over onto your other side. Good. Morning, Sandra. Okay, so going over onto your other side, we're going to go into the oyster. So head down and just relax the arms so your hand can come under the head, shoulders nice and relaxed. Lengthen through the spine. Hand can come in front or hand on the hip, shoulders nice and relaxed. So we'll start with a mobilisation, so your foot and knee. So within this class, there's some mobilising in the hip. We're going to do some mobilising the shoulder joints. And yes, we did some seated stretches. Then we're going to go on to our hands and knees in a minute. And then we're going to just finish it there. Okay, knees together and lift that top knee and lower. Hip in alignment. So don't let the top hip drop back. So lots of people in class tend to move that hip back. I want you to really focus on the squeeze. And lift, little pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and pat that thigh. Both arms out in front, shoulders down, and you're going to slide the hand along the other arm, knees glued together, reach the elbow back and can stretch the arm and back, just 2 more. So I need to move forward for a little bit of space and slide and back. Good, and release. Okay, we're going to come over onto our hands and knees, shoulders nice and relaxed. So up onto your hands and knees, hands down under the shoulders, the back is flat. You're going to tuck the toes under, take your weight into your hands, drop the shoulders, lengthen through the neck, lift the tummy and taking the weight onto your toes, making sure the little toe is curled under as well, and slowly lift those knees, lengthen through the legs and drop the head down and stretching your heels away. Let the head hang, stretching in the neck, lift the tummy, and you can go toes and pedal the feet. Really breathe into this position. And from there, drop down onto the knees, shoulders nice and relaxed. Now lengthen, hips coming down towards the heels, stretch the arms away, up onto your fingers, drop the shoulders and walk the hands to your left and press the hips to the right. And walk the hands right and press the hips left. Okay, back to the centre, and I just want you to completely relax in that position, lengthen through the back of the spine. So we're stretching the whole of the back line of the body. Arms can relax just by the feet, forehead down, breathe wide and full. And breathe into the chest and the rib cage. Okay, hands forward, we're going to go into a back extension. So bring yourself all the way forward, slowly lower yourself down, hands under the shoulders, really slow, elbows back, and lift, just depends how it feels on the back, breathe in lower. And from there, elbows down, hands down, breathing out, lift, breathe in lower. Lengthen through the legs. Shoulders away from your ears. Tuck the chin in. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower. Good. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, forehead down on the floor, hands down by the hips, Same movement, so heels can drop out and you're lifting in the chest. Any back issues, be very careful the lower back isn't moving. It's all, sorry, about the upper back. Lift those shoulders, reach the hands towards the feet. Okay, forehead down, grab the hands behind the back, hands together and just reach. Hands towards the feet, open out into the chest, breathe wide and full. If you can, just look forward a little bit and release down. Hands down, half lift, drop right shoulder, left shoulder. Get some movement into the upper back. Good, okay, both hands down, and again, press yourself back, knees in, and push yourself back. Hands are forward, lengthen through the spine, forehead down. Walking those fingers forwards, lift the head a little bit, look to those fingers. Now, from there, I want you to just lift the upper back a little bit, so look forward and then release down. Now, hands under the shoulders, I want you to lift through the back, curl that lower back under and down, press the hips down towards the heels and then lower yourself down again. Forehead down again, just rest in this position, breathe wide and full. Good. I want you to stay in this position and focus on your breath again and relax. And I'm going to finish that beginner's class there, and then I'm going to pause, and then we're going to start again on an improver. So a lot more core on the next one. So see you in a minute, hopefully. So hi, Sandra, Sue, and Ruth, and I'm going to start on another video in a minute. So hopefully see you on the improvers. Okay, take care.